Hey, it's Big B here. I'm talking teams, and we're getting serious. That means we're going to talk about what every single real estate agent needs to know if they want to succeed in today's real estate market. You can ask ChatGPT, or you can go to the resource where we're actually coaching thousands of agents on how to be successful, and they're winning. You want to know what we're teaching them how to do and why they think about the business? I'm going to share with you 15, not 12 or not 10 or not even 8 ideas. I'm going to give you 15 specific things. I just want to know, are you ready? Look at your seat, look for the belt on the side, and I want you to buckle up because the next few minutes are going to be jam-packed with action money-making activities of the 15 things every real estate agent needs to know. Are you ready for number one? Number one, here it is. Relationships are your most valuable asset. Relationships are your most valuable asset. If you collect relationships, you will win in real estate. But without relationships, you're just another salesperson with a pitch. That brings up what number 2 is. Number 2 is customers, clients, and consumers do business with people they like, with people they know, and people they trust. Number 3, business generated from your sphere of influence, from your relationships of people that know, like, trust, and respect you, is traditionally and almost predictably more profitable and easier to do business with new leads that are generated with strangers. If you understand that people do business with people that like, know, and trust, and that your relationships are your most valuable asset, number 3 is that business generated from that sphere is more profitable than any other source of business. Number 4, front of mind. I want you to think about this. Front of mind. How many times have your career as a real estate agent, has someone you known done business with another realtor? Isn't that the worst? Has that ever happened to you? I mean, like, put it in the comments if it's ever happened to you, like a friend or even a relative, and then you find out they're under contract or they just bought a house from somebody else, and you're so mad at them because they didn't call you. Here's what I'd like you to do. I want you to go into the bathroom, or I want you to go wherever you have a mirror, and I want you to look at the problem. It's not your friend. It's you. And that brings up this one. Agents have to be at the front of the mind of their relationships at the moment the life event occurs that causes them to move. What I mean by that is that you can't wish that people would call you or think that they remember that you're even in real estate. You don't have a specific high touch program that reminds them that you're in real estate and that you constantly give them value in the process. That brings up number 5. So number 4 is you got to be at the front of the mind. Number 5 is agents often miss out on opportunities because they fail to communicate their passion and their desire and their expertise to the people in their database. There's 2 costs of doing business. The first cost is the acquisition cost of a new client. What does it cost you in touches, time, communication, marketing to acquire a new client? The other cost of doing business is what we call an opportunity cost. The opportunity cost happens when somebody chooses somebody else over you that you thought was going to use you, but they didn't because you were not at the front of their mind. The opportunity cost more often is greater than the acquisition cost. And so spend your time and money making sure that the people you know, love, and trust think of you first. Number 6 is understand the value of a client. Now, I can go through the math and I can break it all down for you, but people do business like this. You buy a house and you stay in touch with them for the next 5 to 7 years. We know according to NAR that people move every 5 to 7 years. So 5 to 7 years from now, they put the house on the market and they buy another home. If they use you, if you're honest and ethical in your business and you do what you say you're going to do and you stay at the front of the mind of that consumer, when they're ready to sell that home, they call you and you list it. That's the second transaction. And then you help them buy their next one. That's the third. If you're planning on doing real estate as a career, is it possible this is going to happen at least one more time? One more time, you list that home and then you sell it. Now, if I could just use an average commission amount, we're going to come up with a number. But when we do the math, the average client is worth over $75,000 to you every time you acquire a new client. So if a client's worth $75,000 to you as your opportunity, what does it cost you when you lose a client because you didn't follow up, when you didn't stay at the front of the mind? It costs you $75,000. I believe that you're more likely to stop doing the activities that are causing your friends to do business with other people when you realize how much it's costing you. Every time you lose a client for lack of follow-up because you didn't set yourself up as an expert, it costs you $75,000. Does your spouse know I mean, $75,000 because you just are too lazy to follow up with people, or because you're not invested in the relationship deeply enough? Like $75,000 is a big deal. Number 7 is understand clearly that the significant loss due to proper systems is real. That means that I don't believe that anybody intentionally doesn't follow up. What happens is they don't put the follow-up process in a system and automate it. And so by not having the right systems in your business that automate the follow-up, that keep you at the front of the mind of the consumer, the loss of business happens. And it's not intentional, it's unintentional, but the loss and the lost income is still the same. Number 8, every business, every real estate practice should have a real estate specific CRM. It's not okay to use a generic CRM like a Zoho or Salesforce that does not have a real estate component that is specifically designed to manage both people and property in your real estate business is a huge mistake. Using your phone as a contact manager is not a real estate CRM. There are so many things that we've talked about in other videos that are critical that every CRM has. It's important that you use a specific real estate CRM as the core to your real estate practice. Number 9, how do you pick the right CRM? This is a big one. I've often heard it said, the best CRM is the one that you use. Well, that's really not true. There's some pretty bad ones out there, and there's some exceptional ones. The exceptional ones stand out, and you know who they are. They're companies like KV Core, they're Sync and Boomtown. Companies that have great CRMs that really do a good job of following up and staying in touch with people that have real estate components, they stand out from the rest. My suggestion to each one of you is to do your research, to look into what they do, to watch their training videos and talk to their clients. And you'll find the one that resonates with your learning style and the way you think about business. Any of the top 3 that I mentioned will be phenomenal at helping you convert more of your opportunities. Number 11 is the system must be user-friendly. So when you choose your real estate CRM and you decide which one you're going to use, you have to make sure that you're willing to put in the time to learn how to use it. If it's too complex that it makes you frustrated and want to pull your hair out and not want to watch the next video, it may not be the right CRM for you. Make sure that it's user-friendly and at least tutorial. If you're like me, you're probably not going to be the one that runs your CRM. It needs to be user-friendly for the assistant who's going to run it. And it needs to be intuitive enough that whoever's sitting in that seat can continue if you ever have turnover in that position. Number 12 is the system has to have the ability to launch action plans or activity plans. This is such a big deal because everything we do 3 times in our business has to be automated. So we create an activity plan that is consistent with dates. Let me give you an example. When you sell someone a home, I want them to receive a letter once a month for the next 7 years. We know that every 5 to 7 years people move. I want the letters all created. I want the action plan that automatically addresses, mail merges, and sends that letter from my CRM in an instant. When I put somebody under contract, there's 3 different phases of the transaction. There's before, during, and after. Each one has a different action plan. The during means they've gone under contract. I put the list date, I put the expire date, and I put the reminder date in the action plan. And then I launch the plan, and the 72 activities that happen while it's on the market automatically get scheduled for the person on the team that's supposed to do it. Your CRM must be able to create and customize action plans and have them be adjustable based on dates in the contract. Number 14, and we're getting close, is having a database and having all of your people in there have no value unless you actually pick up the phone and call them. You have to reach out to the people in your database. Like, this is a contact sport. You want to make money in real estate, you can't sit around and hope people call you. You have to be proactive. And so set a rhythm or a routine up to systematically go through and call through your database. The way we teach is this. We do a couple of different systems. The first one is 3-2-1s. Call 3 past clients every day, prospect till you find and add 2 new people to your database and learn 1 new thing. Another thing we do is we elevate the database and we find the 50 people who are most likely to give us a referral, and we have more contacts with them. We want you to do 1 contact a month with your top 50. We want you to contact everybody else in your database at least 4 times a year or once a quarter. If you systematically follow up, you'll have systematic business coming in on a regular basis, and you'll eliminate many of the peaks and valleys that exist. And then last and not least, I want you to feel the pain one more time. Every time you lose a client, it costs you $75,000. I'm gonna I'm putting my finger in your pain. Do you feel it? It's like, ow, 75 grand, that hurts. I need it to hurt. Because if it doesn't hurt enough, you won't stop doing it. The relationships you have are so important. They're critical to success in your real estate business or in any small business. Relationships are the key to success. If I have a relationship wheel, everything revolves around your CRM and the relationships that are in the middle. So follow the 15 things that every agent must need to know to be successful in utilizing and building long-lasting relationships. I call it BRT, and that stands for building relationships with trust. So many people today are trying to figure out how to buy leads and how to generate more leads and what can they do to get more opportunities. There are so many free ways to generate leads that are right here in your database. I'd like to give you a list of the free ways we use to generate leads in any business. If you click on the link below, you can download the How to Generate Leads that are for free in every business as a gift for just being here and watching this video today. Stay tuned for more on how to create the greatest teams on earth.